Hey everybody, Miss Tracy at the Art Shack again. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, so today we're gonna do an art project that has to do with that. We have some washable paint. This is tempera paint. We've got red, white, and blue. If you don't have tempera paint, you can get tempera paint anywhere. Pretty much the dollar store has it. Michael's, of course, has it, but they also have it at the grocery store. So wherever you can find art supplies, they'll have tempera paint there, and that's just the washable paint. I've also got some chalk here. Now, if you don't have chalk pastels like this, you could use sidewalk chalk. You could use regular chalkboard chalk, whatever you have at home. I'm gonna use some chalk. And then I've got some Q-tips, and then I've got a paper towel roll, and I cut the bottom of the paper towel roll, I cut it up about 2 inches up, and then I just used my hand to kind of press these back like this. So it kind of looks like a flower right now, but we're gonna use that for something fun in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna get my white piece of chalk. Now, what we're making today is a fireworks show over what could be any city, okay? If you wanna be very specific and draw your city skyline to look like a specific city, you could do that. You could look up a photo online of how that skyline looks, so like New York, for example. But I'm just going to draw mine with a lot of different rectangles and squares and some different kinds of buildings, and we're just gonna take that right across this page so that we can put our fireworks above the city, okay? So to get started, I'm just gonna draw a rectangle shape. These are just gonna be my buildings. Make a little shorter one here. Now I'm gonna do a rectangle, but then I'm gonna put a triangle on top of it, like so. I'm gonna do one with some steps to it. Have you ever seen a fancy building like this? Make this one go down like that. Let's put some in we have one. My paper keeps wanting to move. Hold your paper with one hand so it doesn't move on you and you get some funny looking buildings. I'll put like 3 together like this. And then maybe we'll do one with steps and a triangle. How about that? That's kind of fun. All right, so that's all I did. I just took my buildings right across the page. Now, to make this kind of fun, I'm gonna go back over it with my white chalk just to make it a little thicker. Now, if you don't like how chalk feels, you don't have to do this step. You could draw this with a white crayon on a black paper. You could use a white paper. You don't have to use black. You could use regular markers or, you know, just about anything else if you don't like chalk. A lot of kids don't like how chalk feels on their hands. So if you're one of those kids, don't worry about that. Just use something else, okay? You could do markers and then do our next step. Instead of blending our chalk, you could do washable markers and use the water and paintbrush again. That would be a fun technique. So any way you want to do this, I'm just using chalk today because I thought, you know, it's summertime. A lot of people have sidewalk chalk at home right now. So if you do, then you could use that for this project. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take this line straight down this way. I'm gonna finish this one over here too, just to make them look nice and finished. Okay, we have a white outline. Now, for fun, just for fun, I'm gonna do some red right along here. I'm just outlining right along where I did with the white. I'm gonna do it with red. And then you guessed it, I'm gonna come back in with the blue too. I'm just gonna come along right here for the, oops, with the red. Don't worry about that if you go over that a little bit. We're gonna kind of blend it in a second anyways, so no big deal. Now I'm gonna do the blue, okay? This is looking kind of cool on this black paper. What do you guys think? All right. Hope everybody's got something fun planned for tomorrow. Maybe a barbecue, maybe you know somebody with a pool, because I'm sure it's gonna be hot. Maybe you're already at your cottage or camping somewhere. So many fun things for the 4th of July. All right, so all we've done so far is just made up a little city. You know what we could do? It would be nice, you could put some windows in. I'm just gonna draw some rectangles, just kind of all over. Because when the fireworks are going off, there's probably not a lot of people in these buildings unless these are apartments. But if these are just like office buildings, there's probably not a lot of people in there when there's fireworks going off. I'll just put some little, I'm just kind of doing like little square rectangle shapes going down my buildings here. If you want to put them like going this way on these tall buildings, you can do that. This just makes them look more finished. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put just a few on this one. All right, what do you guys think? That looks like a city now, right? Okay, now we're gonna take our hands. My hands are already getting dirty. I think I started with dirty hands already because yesterday we were doing tie-dye here, so my fingernails are a little purple, don't mind that. Okay, watch what we're gonna do. We're just gonna take our finger and we're gonna go like this. And we're not gonna blend it in too much, you guys. You don't want your color to leave the page. You don't want this to disappear. I'm just taking my finger and I'm starting at the white and I'm just doing this, okay? Just like that. Just to kind of make it look like, you know, like if you saw like lights, like Christmas lights or something and you squinted your eyes, that's kind of what it's gonna look like. Okay, we're just going up like this. I just want these to look kind of cool, this top of these buildings like this. All right, we're gonna leave the rest of it like that. And now, the fun part also with our paper towel roll. If you have a toilet paper roll you wanna use, I just don't use the toilet paper rolls at the shack because I don't want people to give me a hard time. I just use paper towel rolls, but whatever you've got on hand, okay? So, now I'm gonna take this, just like this, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna do my blue paint first. And I'm just spinning my paper towel roll to get some blue paint on there. Oops. And just kind of look at it. Make sure you're getting some paint all the way around. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do this. We're still going? Okay. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna twist it a little bit. And do one right here. And I'll do a third one right there. There we go. Okay, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, so let's put some red paint on here so you guys can see it better, okay? I'm gonna put some red. Now, everybody, do you guys know what happens when you mix red and blue together? It makes purple, right? So you might get some different colors in here, and that's okay. I'm just taking the red and I'm putting it right over the blue. Let me see if I lift this up for you guys, if you can see it any better. Can you see that, how that's on there? All right, I'm gonna put some red on this one, spin it around a little. And now for the last step of these fireworks like this, I'm gonna take some white paint and add it to those. I'm not gonna add a lot of white paint. I just wanna kind of make them look kind of cool in the sky like that. All right, so now we've got our fireworks over our cool skyline. My plate of paint looks wild. And I'm gonna come back in with my Q-tip and I'm gonna draw some lines coming from here like this, watch. So, some lines shooting out from these fireworks like this. And I think what I'm gonna do is put some swirls in the middle like that. Put one in the middle of this one. Put one in the middle of this one. And then I'm just using white paint with my Q-tip, but you could do other color swirls if you want to. Just flip your Q-tip over or get a new one. The red looks good on here, like so. But now I'm gonna come back in with my white side of my Q-tip. I'm just gonna put some dots along here. Maybe there's stars in the sky along with the fireworks. Just make it look kind of cool. All right, now we've got this really pretty 4th of July picture. We can hang up for the 4th of July tomorrow. I hope you guys had fun doing that. Remember to like this video, like my YouTube channel, and subscribe to it so we can get lots more users on there, okay? Thanks everybody for your support, and I will talk to you soon. All right.